I'm Scott Winfield and welcome back to another episode of Mashup, the show that showcases Melbourne and of course the skills and talents of the students here at Melbourne Polytechnic. Now today we've got a little bit of a different show than usual. Of course we'll still be checking out Melbourne's hotspots, but we'll also be meeting the students behind the scenes who make our show each week for you. But first up we're going to be taking a look at one of Melbourne's most popular restaurant precincts, Lygon Street. Let's take a look.
Lygon Street in the inner north is Melbourne's centre of Italian cuisine, where Melbourne's cafe culture was born. The area's renowned Italian restaurant precinct occupies the strip from Victoria Street in the south to Elgin Street in the north. The strip bristles with dozens of Italian restaurants, cafes, specialty delicatessens and cake shops. This is the place to tantalise your taste buds with pizza, pasta, gelati and torte. In conjunction with its sister city Milan, the City of Melbourne has developed Argyle Place to be an Italian-inspired piazza, although how successful that is, we'll leave to you to be the judge.
We've taken a look at Lygon Street, but now it is time to meet one of the first students that we'll be seeing today from the Screen and Media course here at Melbourne Polytechnic. Please welcome Lewis. Come in, Louis, and quickly, before you do anything, put a microphone on yourself.
Alrighty.
So we can actually hear what you're saying.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Good to see you.
You too, Scott.
Now tell me, you're a first year student here in the Screen and Media course.
Set 4.
Certificate 4. What is the process for making a show like Mashup?
So really the students are assigned a task to make a package. As you see the packages every week.
So the stories that we see every week.
Yep, all the stories that we see. And then once everyone's made a package, around 2 or 3 of them each, we're able to make a show. And that's where we get the hosts in.
Yes.
And then
that's when I arrive and start talking to a camera.
That's right.
So each week you're all putting together packages. Tell me about when it comes to, say, a studio day, like we're in now, a studio.
So really everyone's assigned a task, a role, and we interchange every week.
What sort of roles are we talking?
So we've got cameramen, directors, lighting crew, audio crew, we have EVS and CCU and all that.
Okay, what do they mean? What do they do? EVS and what is
EVS
the role?
EVS is basically like where you record everything, you store everything in the EVS, like all the packages that we see.
Sure.
And
so we're able to cut to the stories from the studio.
Yeah.
So it makes it a bit more of a seamless process.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And from all that, you interchange every week, from everything that you've done, what have you enjoyed most?
Probably just working with people, like learning how to work in an environment where you don't really get to work in every day. So this is a good experience. Obviously, like looking at how everything comes together, the set, the camera work, the producers.
So it gives you an accurate idea of making television.
That's right, yeah. And like you get to see it on TV all the time. So.
Which you'd be used to, actually. Because your family actually make a show for Channel 31 as well.
Yeah.
Because your father is Vasily, of course, from Vasily's Gardens.
That's right, yeah, Vasily.
And you help him make that show, is that right?
I do, yeah.
What do you do on that program?
Pretty much everything.
Okay, so you're filming that and you're editing that?
Yep, editing it, filming it, and directing it, doing everything. So
okay, so, and you would have been doing that for a while, I would imagine?
Nearly 2.5 years.
Okay, so coming into a course like this, I suppose you would have felt pretty confident about your skills?
A little bit, just wanted to verify
stuff. And how are you feeling now after nearly 1 year of doing the course?
As good as I can feel.
Yeah,
really.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to be going to another story, Lewis. We're going to be seeing the guys from Indie Games. Let's take a look. We're going to be joined by Lewis in the studio for just a moment longer. Now, Lewis, I can't imagine you're too much of a gamer because you're too busy. You're too busy making TV shows.
Exactly right.
But given your family heritage, I bet you're a pretty good gardener.
Not bad. I know a bit.
What are your top tips for me? I know nothing, so you can tell me whatever you can.
So good soil, prune your trees so there's not a lot of congestion and bugs don't get in and stay there.
So how often should I be pruning?
Just when it grows, really.
Sure.
If you can see it's getting too bushy, just grow. Cut it. I mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about for watering?
Yeah, watering. Check your water. Make sure the soil's not too dry, but also not too wet. So you don't want to water too much.
So you don't want like an overflow of water on the top of the soil.
No, you'll drown the tree or plant, whatever it is.
And what's the result? Will it die if you drown it? Or?
So the leaves will go yellow, I think. I think. Don't quote me on this.
We won't quote him.
Yeah. But yeah, just don't water it too much. Just good soil. Prune your trees. Give some good fertiliser, good feed for the plants, and yeah, go ask your gardeners at any local garden
good
centre.
nursery. Well, thank you very much for some fantastic advice, and thanks for joining us today, Lewis.
Nice. Thank you.
Mate. we're going to be taking a look at Yarra's Edge Music Festival now, so here it is.
The 2014 Yarra Music Festival is an event that runs over 5 days and has just had its 7th year. The festival showcases great quality student performances, a songwriting competition, plus special guest performances, this year featuring Georgia Fields, an independent musician, writer and arranger from our very own Melbourne. The event provides NMIT and Melbourne Polytechnic performing arts students with valuable opportunities to perform for the public and provide amazing music for free. Just over 30 performances spanned over the 5-day period. If you missed these amazing performances this year, don't worry, next year is just around the corner, so just keep your ear out for the Yarra Edge Music Festival.
Welcome back to this very special edition of Mashup. Now it's time to meet our next student, Isaac. Now Isaac today is working as the director on the show. He's rushing out of the control room now to join me in the studio. So hurry up on Isaac. He's going to tell us all about directing, the responsibilities and requirements for him to do his job. Isaac, welcome to the studio.
Hi, how are you going, Scott?
I'm very well. Quickly, let's put on your microphone.
Sure.
So everyone can hear you.
Yeah.
That's very important, as I'm
hear
sure.
me?
I'm sure they can. Thanks for joining me on the lounge,
thanks
mate.
for meeting.
Now, tell me, you're today's director.
Yep.
What sort of preparation goes into being the director, and what are you required to do?
What you are required to do, you have to come early on time.
Yes.
Go in there and then check everything's
And
alright.
when you say go in there, you mean the control room,
yeah,
which
the
we saw
control
you
room,
just
yeah.
leave. Yes.
Yeah, make everything's alright. You got the script is already written by the producer.
Yes.
Which is already on EBS.
Yes.
And then check the cameras, guys. They're all here. And then make sure that every episode is already on. Yep, that's what.
So you're basically the ringleader. You make sure that everyone's organised and everyone's doing their job correctly.
Sure, I talk to everyone in the studio.
Yes.
Control room, floor manager as well in there. That's just what I do.
Now, is this your first time directing?
Yeah, this is my first time. Yeah, this is my second time. I've already done one.
How do you find it compared to the other roles that you do here on Mashup? Because everyone changes, everyone interchanges roles.
Very challenging.
What do you find challenging about it?
How you communicate with cross to the camera operators and talk to the DAA as well, and then talk to audio's director.
Yes.
So it's
don't forget the hosts as well.
Oh yeah, and hosts as well.
don't forget me, Isaac. Don't forget me.
Yeah, no, yeah. But it's all right if you know what you're doing, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about the control room and what you guys do in there. So I'm separate. I'm in here and I never leave the studio, but we've got a whole new world out there in the studio, or in the control room, I should say.
Yeah, the control room is like where everything is actually based in. That's where you talk to directly camera operators, talk to DA, talk to floor manager, and that's where also EBS and other equipment are.
Yeah. So it's a control room for a reason. It's an absolute control centre of the show.
Yeah, it's
where all the communication needs to come out of. Yeah, all
the communication are, and then that's how we sometimes talk to the host.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Now, in terms of your course here at Melbourne Polytechnic, the Screen and Media Certificate 4, what sort of preparation do you get in becoming a director? Do you have lessons about it, or is it more the experience that you gain in the studio?
You don't have to do any lesson, but you just pick it up through the course.
Yeah, you pick it up.
Yeah, but other people can do lessons if they want to become future directors. Yeah.
And what do you think you'd like to be? Do you think you'd eventually like to become a director?
Maybe in the near future, probably do that.
Or from the other roles that you've done on the show, what do you enjoy?
Enjoy how to use the cameras, how to use ABS, plus other stuff that we use in the
Oh, very good. Well, Isaac, thanks so much for joining me, and good luck for the rest of the episode directing.
Thank you.
We're now going to be taking a look at Melbourne's Zombie Shuffle, which was a few weeks ago, so let's take a look. Welcome back to this very special edition of Mashup, where we showcase the skills and talent and even meet the students behind the scenes who make our show. Now it's time to meet Kerry. Hello, Kerry.
Hello, Scott. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Now, you're a second-year student here at Melbourne Polytechnic, and you were involved with the production of Mashup last year.
That's correct.
So any of our dedicated viewers will recognise you as being a one-time host last year.
Yes, we rotated through the students, and all the students had a chance to host an episode.
Yes, to get in front of the camera instead of behind it. Now, tell me, you would have been involved in all aspects of the production. You would have been directing and producing and shooting stories. What did you enjoy most?
Probably the learning the equipment and just getting a handle on everything. The more you do things, the more you get familiar with things and comfortable. Of course. Yeah, and puts you in a good position to then, when we're entering the workforce later on, we can use our skills.
Absolutely, you know exactly what to do and exactly how to make television. Now tell me, what do you think of the set of Mashup in 2014? Because I think it looks pretty damn good.
I'm very impressed with the set. It looks very nice.
We literally have a mashup of Melbourne. We've got the the Melbourne Star, and we've got Flinders Street. We've got St Kilda over there with a giant lovely palm tree.
No, very good.
Yes. Now tell me about making Melbourne 22 this year.
Okay, well, it's sort of a graduation from this in a way. It's very similar skills that are required for it. And
are there different expectations of you being a second-year student?
The expectations is that it will be of a slightly higher standard, but really, I think we're going to have to do that again. I'm sorry.
That's all right,
I apologise. We can edit that one out.
But you've enjoyed your experience immensely.
I've enjoyed the experience of making Melbourne 22, and also Mashup. That's very good.
Oh, fantastic. Well, Kerry, thank you very much for joining us. But now we're going to be taking a look at a story about Cape Schanck. So let's have a look.
Located 88 kilometres from Melbourne and boasting some of the cleanest air in the world, Cape Schanck sits at the southernmost point of the Mornington Peninsula and separates the Bass Strait from the slightly calmer waters of Western Port. The Cape Schanck Lighthouse was built in 1859 and is one of Victoria's oldest. The Australian Maritime Safety Authority considers it to be one of the most original lighthouses under its jurisdiction, and there are daily guided tours of the lighthouse and a museum. Cape Schanck provides visitors with an insight into the area's maritime history, the beauty rocky coastal features, unspoilt beaches, and scenic walking tracks with ocean views. One of the many walking trails offers views of the lighthouse and coastline from several designated lookouts, while a spectacular timber boardwalk and steps allow visitors to descend from the cliff tops to the rocky beach below. The grounds of the lighthouse are a perfect location for picnics, with views out over Bass Strait as the backdrop. So take a day and explore Cape Schanck.
How gorgeous does Cape Schanck look, Kerry?
Pretty amazing.
Beautiful, beautiful. It'd be an ideal place for a long walk along the ocean.
Picnic.
Picnic as well, yeah. Great idea.
Yes.
But Kerry, I have one last question for you before we let you go, because we're about to end the show. What's been the best thing about your time here at Melbourne Polytechnic? Or what have you learnt?
I think probably the best experience I've had was just meeting amazing people, working with some fantastic teachers who've got years and years of industry experience to pass on. And
taking it all.
Absolutely.
Taking all the experience and all the advice that you can get.
Well, you set challenges for yourself and you achieve them, and there's a great sense of satisfaction with that, learning skills.
Fabulous. Kerry, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Now, don't forget, you can always find us here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. Just look up Mashup Melbourne. Until next week, though, we have the Little House Gods with their song Live Your Dreams to take us out.